Hello singers and welcome to Singing with Drea. My name is Drea. I am a professional singer and voice teacher. I created Singing with Drea to help out any beginners or any singers in general who are feeling stuck, unsure of where to start, or just overall confused. I try to aim to give clear step-by-step instructions on how to approach your voice in a simpler way so that you can really start to believe in your voice and grow that confidence that you deserve to have. So with that being said, let's dive right into today's video. Today we're going to be talking about 3 of my personal favorite warm-up exercises where you don't really require a piano or a keyboard. So the first one that we're going to start off with, number 1, is going to be slides. So slides, I like to think of them as going up and down throughout your range, and you can do this in a variety of different ways. The first way that we are going to do it on a hum. A hum is great because it's nice and gentle, you don't force, you don't push, and it's very easy to maneuver a hum overall. So the main thing that you want to think about for your hum is to have a space inside the mouth, kind of like a cave, so you want that space to be nice and open. The way that I like to do this is by thinking of having a golf ball on the palm of your hand. So visualize the golf ball, then you put that in your mouth, and that's the space you want. Okay, so golf ball here, then visualize it, and then open up that space as if you have the golf ball in your mouth. The second thing you want to think about is your tongue being forward and not going back or retracting into the back of your mouth. The tongue should be positioned kind of touching the bottom, past the bottom teeth, touching my lower lip. That's how I think of it. So that space plus the tongue forward, that's going to give you the space that you want inside the mouth for when you're humming. So let's try that a few times. We're just going to hum on a neutral note, and we're going to create that space. Like that, okay? And just feel that buzziness, the forward resonance of the hum. Now we're going to try going up and down in our range. So you're just going to start at any low note that feels comfortable. You're going to go up and down 2 times with me. So I'll demonstrate and then you can try it with me. So you're gonna sound like this with a nice low breath. I'm breathing into my chair. I'm feeling the backrest, and I'm feeling my expansion of my rib cage go backwards into the back of the chair. So everything's expanded down here. I'm not going right? You don't want that breath because it's too much tension on the neck and shoulders. So instead we're gonna breathe down. So try it with me. Nice open space here with the tongue forward. And I kind of play around with that to make sure that my tongue is still forward and it's not going back. So now you can try it with me. Make sure you feel that space, that openness, and see how that feels. Take note of that sensation. Ready? And breathe. Excellent. And so that's the very first one that I just love because, again, you don't require a piano or anything. You just go from bottom to top, back down, and you do that a few times, and make sure that you take note of the sensations that you're feeling with the tongue forward and the space nice and open inside the mouth. You can do a variety of this as well. You can just go up and down several times. You can make it a little shorter and then increase the range. So for example, like this, kind of like I like to think of it like an engine or something that's revving, like a motorcycle. So if you do it like this, breathe. So you kind of have like wavelengths happening rather than one long motion up and down. So now it's little shorter spurts going up and down in your voice. And this is great to really stretch out those muscles. The number one thing I want you to remember about this though is to slow it down. Your voice instinctually is going to want to push at times. So when you feel like it's trying to push or force, slow it down so you can really get in between all those notes and really milk every note. Just take your time, stretch it out for as long as you can. and that'll also help your breath support as well. Exercise number 2 that I like to do as a warm-up is sirens. So the difference to me between our slides typically go throughout your whole range, whereas sirens are, you think of like an ambulance or like a fire truck, right? Where they just go wee, 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 wee. So I like to use these a lot for if you're just focusing on like a tiny range for high pitches, or a tiny range for your low pitches as well. So I'll demonstrate both. For the first one, for your high pitches, you want to have that nice open sensation where you're going into your head, right? And so you think of it like, wee, wee, wee. You want to squeeze, and you don't want to have your vowels be too wide. So what I like to do here is remind myself to put my corners in of my mouth, and then I say, wee, wee, wee. So just make sure you're not going, wee, wee. That's too much movement. You want minimal movement here. So let's do it one more time together. Take a nice slow breath. Breathe into your rib cage. Wee, wee, wee. Those are sirens, right? It's a smaller range, but it's really focusing on that range and making it sound as even and smooth and connected as possible. So let's try a few of those a little higher up now. So my corners are gonna be in still, and I'm gonna think of wee. So go ahead and try this with me. Ready? And breathe into your rib cage down low. Wee, wee. So you want to do maybe 3 or 4 of these so that you feel that sensation going back and forth, and feel that air spinning forward, right? It's kind of like a vortex going like this. Now you reminded your corners of your mouth to go in. Let's try this movement with it. So watch me. I'm going to go ahead and inhale, and then I'm going to do my weeus as I do this. You want to be able to go for as long as you can. I do wiggle my jaw just to remind myself to not overwork my jaw with the vowels. So I wiggle it. I'm just reminded to stay open and unhinged at the back here. The other one you can do is for lower pitches as well. So if you're doing, for example, wee, 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 wee. So you're going into kind of middle to low range. You can do this as well for the lower ones. So let's try that one time, and we'll do the same motion. Okay, so go ahead and breathe down. Reset your body. Make sure that you are still engaged and your posture is still nice and tall. Okay, do it with me. Ready? And inhale. Wee, 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 wee. Good. And so you want to keep that movement going. Use your hands if you need to. Use this movement. Use something to make sure that you are still involving your body and that your breath is engaged down here and still activated. You don't want to get complacent and just start doing wee, 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 right? Because there's nothing involved there. It's just your voice doing the work for you. In the case of proper healthy singing, you want to let the breath and the body do the work for you rather than just your voice box. Moving on to number 3. This one is what I like to call more of a speaking exercise. This one is really good for getting your projection and your volume nice and strong without forcing or pushing your voice. This one almost resembles a bit of a slide where you are using your voice to go up and down, but you are doing it with words. So that's the main difference here. And the way that I like to do it is to pretend that I'm calling out to someone, calling out in front of me. So across maybe a room or across a field, if you're at like a park, and you're calling out and you're going, hey, come back. So we're gonna use the words, hey, come back, okay? So say that once with me just as a normal voice. We're gonna say it together. Ready? And hey, come back. And you're really gonna make this exaggerated as you're speaking it. And you're gonna turn it into more of a sing-songy kind of voice, okay? So the way that we're gonna do it is like this. We're gonna use our breath, we're gonna breathe, expand, and then you're gonna use your hands to call out, hey, come back. Now the number one thing that you notice is that my tongue is still forward, and my focus of my voice is going this way. I'm imagining that I have a pointer, something pointy here, like a unicorn horn, and the unicorn horn is what's pointing and guiding the voice. The other thing that I like to do is pretend I have a frisbee. Okay, so now that we've done it once, we're gonna have our frisbee, and we're gonna throw it as we say the words, and that frisbee is gonna be your sound traveling forward. Okay, so try it with me. You're gonna say, "Hey, come back," and that frisbee is what you're envisioning as your sound traveling. Try it with me. Ready? So nice low breath, still engaged down here. Just remind yourself, and tongue forward. Have your frisbee ready. Again, be silly with me. Don't be afraid to try these and really get your body engaged and involved. And breathe in. Hey, come back. And again, you want to make this a long one because this is what'll get that nice projection going, getting you ready for singing with a strong projected voice, but without going, "Hey, come back," where you're pushing, right? And you're forcing your voice to kind of yell. Different than using our sing-songy voice, where it's safe and it's being protected by our breath. The breath will protect you. Let's do that one more time. Let's go a little higher this time. So like this. You're gonna breathe in with me. Breathe in and inhale. Frisbee. Hey, come back. And then my right is with my tongue forward. I know that's a lot to remember, but these things combined is what will make your singing healthy, strong, and powerful as well. So it's a great way to warm up your voice slowly, not going too high or too low too quickly, but really getting those words in place. You can also do this with different words, like if you're calling out to someone or you're saying, "Hey, stop that." Hey, stop that. You can use a variety of different words. Hello, everybody. How's it going today? No cracks, no wavering, no wobbles in the voice. So those are my top 3 warm-ups that I really like to incorporate at some point during my warm-up session, even if it's just a quick slide or a quick siren or a quick hey. Being intentional of how I use those exercises to make sure that my voice is connecting all the way through my range, that it feels nice and smooth, that I'm not over-forcing or overpowering the volume, but rather using my breath to support it and making sure that you are nice and grounded. Even if you're sitting down is great. Everyone thinks you need to stand for singing all the time. Sitting down and feeling your rib cage expand into a chair like this, it helps so much to solidify your muscles down here, right? Your lower abdominal muscles that are supposed to be engaged, and your intercostal muscles. So all the little muscles between the rib cage as well are gonna be engaged. Just remember to watch yourself in a mirror and to record yourself as well, so you can look back and listen back to your voice and making sure that it is going smoothly and correctly. So if this video was helpful for you, be sure to leave a comment down below to let me know which one was your favorite exercise to incorporate as a warm-up. Also be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want more notifications for videos like this, and be sure to share with a friend as well. Anyone who loves singing, send them my way. It'll help me so much to be able to push this content out more and reach more people so that we can all have strong voice together in a healthy way. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!